All right, folks, Brian Blessing in Las Vegas, VegasInsider.com. We're talking Stanley Cup futures, odds to win the divisions in the NHL. January 13th, the season gets going, 56 games scheduled. Realignment, we have a Canadian division, but the unique aspect of this is that you're playing teams in 2-game series, some instances 4-game series, one even with 5 games in a row against the same opponent. The intensity of the game, the bad blood, the angst, and the importance of every game. Backup goalies are going to be something that are critical that you're going to have to monitor. A team loses a game, other team may play the backup off the win, and the team comes back with their starters because of the desperation of going up and down the standings and the ladder. This is going to be a remarkable season and a real challenge, but fun handicapping opportunities. Now, again, with the realignment, by a good margin, the East Division looks to be the toughest division of all. The Bruins are plus 250, the favorite to win this division. But you go right down the line. Flyers, Penguins, Caps, Islanders, Rangers, Sabres, and Devils. Islanders look great in the bubble. Great coach with Trotz and Barzal. Good young team. Pittsburgh a little long in the tooth. Matt Murray's not the goalie there anymore. And they could have a little tough time. I think Buffalo is a sneaky team that could have an opportunity to make some noise, where you bring in Taylor Hall, a former MVP, to play with Eichel, and a leader in Eric Stahl. This could be a good Buffalo team that makes a little bit of noise. Boston, they lose Torrey Krug. That hurts them mightily. Flyers look to be the one that has the opportunity to win the division. The Caps, of course, goaltending could be an issue for this Washington team, but the East is going to be great. Let's go to the Central. Tampa Bay Lightning, defending Stanley Cup champions, making moves, trading Colburn and Paquette to Ottawa because they had cap restraints. But this is a very deep team. Kucherov is out for the year. Lightning remain the plus $1.25 favorite in the Central. But I wouldn't sleep on a team like Carolina at plus 375. I think Brindamore's got them heading in the right direction. Dallas made it to the final. I think maybe they caught lightning in a bottle in the playoffs. The Preds have fallen off. Columbus is a gritty team. They're on the board at plus 750. Florida, Chicago, Detroit, bottom tier of that division. Chicago loses Kirby Dach. Got injured at the World Juniors, a big blow to the Blackhawks. But I'd say you take a look in that division. I'd take a peek at Carolina as the one that could come out of there. Then we go to the Canadian division. The passion that will be on display with these teams, the pride north of the border, the fans are going to go bananas. What is going to happen is you're guaranteed to have a Canadian team in the semifinals, because when you get to the playoffs, the divisions will play down to an ultimate winner that advances to the Final Four. Leafs are the favorite, plus 150. Still question marks on the back end. They can score goals in bunches. Edmonton's 3-1 with McDavid and Draisaitl, hoping they upgraded the goaltending. Vancouver heading the right direction at 5-1. Montreal making all kinds of moves. Good young team, 5-1 in that division. Winnipeg, Calgary, and Ottawa. And don't sleep on Ottawa. They're 20-1 to win the Canadian division. This Ottawa team in a couple of years is absolutely going to be a beast with all the good young draft picks they've gotten. And then they just made a move to get Derek Stepan over from Arizona and some veteran leadership. Ottawa is not going to win this division. They may not make the playoffs, but Ottawa is going to win a lot of hockey games as a juicy underdog. Wrap it up in the West. This is a 3-horse race for the division. Colorado plus $1.75, Vegas plus $1.85. The Blues are plus 425. Now, the Blues just signed Mike Hoffman to a PTO. He likely will play for them this year, added goal scoring. And they do get Torrey Krug to come in, but they lose Alex Pietrangelo. You look at, to me, Colorado is the one that will win the division. But the importance of winning the division here, when you look at the drop-off from the top three, if you win the division, that would mean, say Vegas wins the division, that Colorado and St. Louis would have to play one another in the first round. Same thing. If Colorado wins the division, Vegas and St. Louis beating each other up. Winning that Pacific division is a very, very big deal. I think it's a 3-horse race there. I like Colorado. Then the battle becomes who makes the playoffs as the fourth team in there, with Arizona, Minnesota, San Jose, the Kings, and the Ducks. I think the Wild might be the one you could get a bounce back year out of San Jose. You still have Burns and Carlson up there. And if you call it a one-off that was a horrible season, San Jose could have a bounce back year. But again, when we're going to be handicapping these games, you're going to have back-to-back matchups with teams. And the bad blood and the angst is going to build up. Believe me, fighting is going to go up in the sport this year. And the intensity, injuries could be even more prevalent this year in a shorter season because it's a sprint and you can't afford a 4-game losing streak. Again, handicapping backups, you're going to have some teams playing 3 games in 4 nights, 4 games in 6 nights, that kind of thing. So backup goalies are a big deal. This is going to be a great, passionate regular season in the NHL. The playoffs are always awesome, but the dash to make the playoffs and the fact that you're just playing these teams over and over and over again, new rivalries are going to be formed. It's going to be intense. It's going to be great. And we think there's going to be a real opportunity to make some money. So again, kind of like Carolina in their division. The Canadian division is tough. I'm going to go with Edmonton over Toronto. I think the Flyers likely in the East. And out west, I like Colorado. Should be a fun hockey season. We can't wait. VegasInsider.com. We'll be plotting the course here and finding all these betting trends that will help you make money this year in the NHL.